Thanks, Riaz. Good morning. A 22-year-old Surrey man is expected to make his first appearance in court this morning after a man was shot and killed in Cloverdale while trying to protect his home. Greg Harper is at the Surrey courthouse with the details. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. Well, police are calling it a pointless and senseless act. A 42-year-old Colin Hill, he was a local realtor and a father of two, and he was shot and killed while trying to protect his home. This happened late on Sunday night at 166th Street and 64th Avenue in Surrey. Hill's family was home at the time when he was shot. RCMP say the suspect took off after the shooting in a stolen vehicle, and he was caught a short time later trying to break into an apartment in Burnaby. All police were saying yesterday is that the suspect is a 22-year-old man from Surrey. He has a lengthy criminal record, and he has been charged with second-degree murder. He is expected to appear this morning here at Surrey Provincial Court. Jody? What a true tragedy. Thanks so much. Greg Harper reporting for us from Surrey this hour. The rain and cooler weather conditions are helping fire crews in BC even as new wildfires break out. Right now, there are 221 wildfires burning across the province. The weather has helped crews launch a direct attack at the edge of the Puncie Lake fire in BC's Caribou region. An evacuation order has been lifted for some of those in the area. There have been nearly 1,100 fires this season compared to 477 at this time last year. $108 million has already been spent.
Of course, the cooler, wetter weather has been a very welcome reprieve. We've seen decreased fire behavior on many of our fires of note.
There's a growing public outcry against companies like Nestle, who are currently paying nothing for BC groundwater. As of January, companies will begin paying $2.25 per million liters of water that is bottled and sold. The Premier of BC has finally addressed the situation during a time of drought in our region. She says the government is reevaluating its pricing policy and looking again at the recently changed Water Act. She also says British Columbians should drink tap water.
That act gives us the right to be able to stop water bottlers from taking water out of the aquifer in times of drought. We have that right now. But we are going to go back and look at the pricing for the big water bottlers in the province and make sure that that's appropriate. Because what we've heard is people say they don't think it's appropriate. They think that we should be at the top end charging a little for some of that water that the big bottlers are extracting.
The public clearly sees how outrageous it is that currently we pay $0, companies pay $0 for water in BC, only to pay $2.25 next year, just how outrageously low that is. The Premier's heard the public outrage. She's now jumping to try to respond, I suppose. Meanwhile, the Minister is saying something completely different. They don't know if they're coming or going.
International news now. Iran and 6 world powers have reached an historic nuclear deal this morning. The accord will keep Iran from producing enough material for a nuclear weapon for at least 10 years. It will impose new provisions for inspections of Iranian facilities, including military sites. The UN Security Council is expected to endorse the agreement by the end of the month. U.S. President Barack Obama spoke about the deal from the White House this morning.
In the worst-case scenario, Iran violates the deal. The same options that are available to me today will be available to any U.S. president in the future. And I have no doubt that 10 or 15 years from now, the person who holds this office will be in a far stronger position, with Iran further away from a weapon and with the inspections and transparency that allow us to monitor the Iranian program.